A very good morning to all my students and welcome back again. So we were discussing our second chapter, that is microorganisms. We have already started this chapter and discussed a bit in this chapter. We have discussed about the introduction of microorganisms, that what are microorganisms. So now let's have a quick recall on what were the topics what I have discussed in my previous lecture. So what are microorganisms? Microorganisms are those organisms that are not visible through our naked eye, but it is only visible under the microscope. Such type of organisms can be called as microorganism. Now these microorganisms can survive in all types of climatic condition, in all types of harsh climatic condition. Whether it is a hot climate, whether it is a cold climate, whether it is a forest area, whether it is a marshy land, it can survive in all types of climatic condition. And the reason behind this is what? Due to formation of a hard protective covering called a cyst or spore. Due to this hard protective covering, they can survive in all types of climatic condition. They can be seen in air, in water, in land, in soil, in everywhere on the earth's surface. Microorganisms can be classified into 5 major categories. First one is a bacteria, second one is a fungus, third one algae, fourth protozoa, and the fifth one is what? Virus. So microorganisms have been classified into 5 major categories. Now today today's topic will be, we will discuss about the useful aspects of microorganisms. So microorganisms has 2 aspects. It can be either useful to us or it can be harmful to us. It can be harmful to us in the way that it can cause lots of diseases in our body. In this way, microorganisms is harmful to us. And what are the useful aspects of microorganisms? The useful aspects of microorganisms are, microorganism can be used in food industry, in the preparation of curd, in the preparation of cheese, in the preparation of bread, bakery industry, cake, pastry, alcohol, wine. So these are what? These are the useful aspects of microorganisms. Not only in food industry, it also helps to decompose the organic waste, the dead remains of plants and animals, into harmless substances. It increases the fertility of the soil and thus makes the soil suitable for crop cultivation. So these are some of the useful aspects of what? Microorganism. So today we will be discussing in details about the useful aspects of microorganisms or about the friendly microorganisms. So now let's discuss the topic in details. Microorganisms, they play a very important role in our lives. They are used for making curd from milk, for making cheese, pickles, bread, in cake industry, alcohol, wine, vinegar. So today we will be discussing about only 2 topics. One, making curd from milk, and another one is making bread. So first we will discuss about curd making. So students, you might have seen that our mother, what did she do? She just warmed the milk and add some curd into it and left it for the whole night. In the morning, what we will see, that the milk has got converted into curd. What is the reason behind that? Actually, curd contains several types of microorganisms. Of this, the bacteria Lactobacillus, it promotes the formation of curd. It converts the lactose of milk into lactic acid. This lactic acid produces curdling of milk. So bacteria are also involved not only in curd making but also in the preparation of cheese, pickles and many other food items. Important ingredient of suji idli is what? Is curd. So we will see one activity regarding this. This activity is also given in your book. You can see your book also. So what happens in this activity? You will take half kg atta or maida and add some sugar and mix them with warm water. Then add a small amount of yeast powder and make a soft dough. Then leave it for 2 hours. What will you observe? That dough increases in volume and it rises also. Why does it happen so? It is because yeast multiplies and produces carbon dioxide during respiration. The gas bubbles fill in the dough and causes the dough to increase in volume. It is due to this carbon dioxide which makes the bread soft and fluffy. That is why yeast is used in the baking industry for making breads, pastries and cakes. So in this way we can see that how the microorganisms are helpful to us, how it is used in food industry. So yeast is a type of fungus which reproduces rapidly and produces carbon dioxide which causes the dough to increase in volume. Next, microorganisms are used for the production of alcohol, wine and vinegar. Yeast is used in the production of alcohol and wine. Now what happens in this case? Yeast is grown on natural sugars which are present in wheat, barley, crushed fruit juices, etc. Here what happens? Yeast converts the sugar into alcohol. This process is known as fermentation. Louis Pasteur discovered fermentation in the year 1857. So this process is called fermentation, where the yeast converts the sugar into alcohol and carbon dioxide. This process is called as fermentation. Here is another activity on fermentation. This is also given in your book. You can see the book also. What will you do? You will take a small beaker and fill it up with water. Then dissolve some teaspoons of sugar into it. Then add a half spoon of yeast powder to the sugar solution. Keep it covered in a warm place for 4 to 5 hours. Now smell the solution. What will you smell? That it is the smell of alcohol, as the sugar has been converted into alcohol by yeast. This process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is known as fermentation. Yeast is a type of what? It is a type of fungus. So yeast is used in the production of alcohol, wine and vinegar. This is all about today's topic. So go through this video lecture once more and try to understand this topic.